We have some bombshell news here, some exclusive news. Jennifer, you have here in the documents that are now going to be going public, the RNC, despite raising less money than the DNC, spent $1 million on management consulting. The DNC spent $114,000 on management consulting. What is management consulting?
Well, it's a category that really doesn't have a lot of deliverables. It has just coaching for executives. It could be almost anything that they decide they want it to be. It could also be not much of anything, something where they just want to toss some money to people. I'm not accusing them of that, of saying that's what they did, but it's pretty nebulous and there's not really anything to show for it.
Yeah, so the next one, Jennifer, I want to go through is flowers. You know, we hit the RNC for spending all this money on flowers and floral arrangements, and they laughed and they just kept on doing it. The RNC hates you guys so much that even though we exposed them last year, they said, you caught us, we're going to keep doing it. The RNC spent $70,328 on flowers. The DNC spent $795 on flowers. Jennifer, what's going on here?
It's just insane. And everyone should remember, this is just in a 13-month period. So I'm not good at math, so I'm not even going to try to divide that. But that's a lot of flowers every month. And they don't have that many events. And like you said last year when we spoke, I think as a donor, you would rather win than have flowers at events.
That's nearly $6,000 a month, nearly, that they're spending on flower. That's $6,000. Meanwhile, the DNC, $795. Let's go to the next line item here, Jennifer. The RNC spent $39,000 on voter file maintenance, stuff they should be spending on. Their counterparts, the DNC, spent $235,000 on voter file maintenance, nearly 6 times more than the RNC. Why is the RNC spending so much on flowers and not as much on voter file maintenance versus the DNC?
Yeah, I would rather take that entire floral arrangements budget and put it into voter file maintenance, and it still wouldn't be doing everything we need. And when I sent it to the producer, I'm not sure if you have the screenshot, but the states in which the DNC spent the money were battleground states. We spent money in Virginia, which is a battleground, and then a bunch in Hawaii. It doesn't make sense.
Well, it makes sense if you're trying to shore up the national committee position in Hawaii because you're afraid that you might be voted out as chair. Another really incredible line item is get out the vote texting. So since Ronna is spending $70,000 on flowers when the Democrats spend $700 on flowers, the Democrats, if they spent $235,000 on voter maintenance, the Democrats Republicans $40,000, but this is the kicker. GOTV texting. The Democrats spent $1.6 million to get out the vote. Republicans spent $86,000. How is that possible, Jennifer?
Well, it's possible when you don't have the infrastructure to get these things done. There was one vendor that the DNC sent that amount to, and it was a vendor that created things through the community organizing process. I'm not sure if it was through AOC or a different type of candidate like her, but this tech ecosystem that they built created this ability to send out all the bulk texts and have accurate voter files because the DNC is spending on that. So the RNC just doesn't have the infrastructure to do it. So they just kind of toss some money at it to be able to say, oh, we're doing get out the vote texting. And it's just totally not enough.
Well, obviously, $86,000 for the GOP, $1.6 million. So here's the takeaway. The DNC is running a lean operation, outraising the RNC, spending their resources on get out the vote, voter file maintenance. The RNC is not raising as much money, but it has this this incredible albatross of garbage.